I mean, people don't know why we're here, man. Like, people might act like they know what we're doing here. I don't know how I got on this freaking earth, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing here. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just a little speck, and like just everybody else. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
But what I've learned in this life is that, you know, like, stuff happens and it's how you react to it. You know, I was born with cystic fibrosis, so it's like, you know, I'm going to play the hand I'm dealt and, like, try to inspire some other people to be like, hey, man, you know, like, everyone's got something. I got this. You might got that. But, like, you know, you just got to play the hand you're dealt. And at the same time, it's like, have fun with it. You know, don't take yourself too seriously. Find out what you love and, like, go for it.
Purpose in the Youth. Purpose in the Youth podcast. Welcome back to the Purpose in the Youth podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Purpose in the Youth podcast with your favorite bearded man, the one, the only Bobbbaaaay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Purpose in the Youth podcast with your favorite bearded man, the one, the only Bobbbaaaay. Today in the studio, the best flight attendant in the world, Rhode Island's own Molives. What's good, baby?
Hey, what's up, my brother?
How you doing?
Chilling, man.
Man, we were just chopping it up for a minute, brother.
Yeah, I feel like we already did a podcast.
Pretty much. This is
Part
podcast
two.
2.0 right now.
Yeah.
Podcast 2.0.
Straight from the bed rodeo.
From the bed radio. I'm claiming that word. I gotta like copyright it
You
because
need
people
to.
are gonna start using it, and I'm gonna be like, yo, I
I'm gonna use
actually
it.
thought of that.
I'm gonna steal it. You should probably do it.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
It's gonna be an issue. Would you say you're the world's favorite flight attendant?
I'm your favorite flight attendant.
Okay.
Favorite flight attendant.
Yeah. We got the favorite flight attendant, the favorite Uber driver.
Hey.
There's a lot going on in this podcast.
Weird flex, but okay.
Weird flex. So we were just talking about before we fired up this podcast. You were at the Mike Stud show. I was there. I was even.
You want to get right into it?
I want to get right into it.
I will tell you.
We don't
this
even
is
miss it.
hilarious.
We don't miss a beat on this
Okay,
podcast.
perfect.
But
Let's do
I
it.
just think it's weird that I didn't even know who you were. We
Yep.
ended up being at the same venue
Yep.
last Sunday at the Roxy in West Hollywood.
Did you know that I was there?
Not until after.
Afterwards.
After I didn't know who you were.
Right.
I didn't know of your content. It was
Okay.
the day after I got a DM. Check out your stuff. Shout out to Colin.
Yep.
And then I looked into it, and then your last post was literally the show, and I was like, okay, I need to do this. Like, and then I really looked into like I saw you were in a Southwest commercial. You were owning it. Your content. You're like, yo, this is me. I think there was one the break room. You're sitting in the engine of the airline. I was like, this guy. I love his energy already.
You know, that's what you got to do.
So what's the deal with Mike's side? You a fan? Oh, because he is from Rhode Island.
He's from Rhodey, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually, it's hilarious because we met back in Rhode Island 8 years ago.
Wow. When he was probably was his career even started? Or was he still playing for Duke?
I honestly don't even remember, bro. I don't even remember. I just remember like he was kind of buzzing a little bit, but like I didn't really know who he was because like a couple people were like, oh, yo, it's Mike Stud, man.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, I don't know who that is, you know. So, but like met, but yeah. Fast forward. So you were at the show.
Yeah.
Your friend is
Foley.
Your friend Foley.
Yep. He does a lot of his like art direction,
Right.
cover art, all that cool stuff, design.
Right. And so during the show, where were you at?
There was like a little VIP section.
You were in the back.
Yeah, I was.
You were in that.
Not in the back suite.
Back?
No. I was out watching the show the entire time.
Okay.
But it would be left of stage. So there's like this little section where you could sit down. I was just chilling watching it.
Okay. This is hilarious. So I'll tell you about how I kind of just like finesse my way into like getting there and like filming.
Okay.
Because I obviously like don't really know them like at all well. Like Mike's music's amazing. I think it's dope. I like his vibe. I think, you know, represent Rhode Island is just like amazing. Cause like, you know, not a lot of people are out here like in LA from Rhode Island. And I'm like, so I just like moved here to LA like last week and I'm like, all right, he's doing a show here, you know. Let me just show up with my camera. So I showed up to there with my camera. I invited a girl too because I'm like, you know, if they like tell me like, no, you can't, like just come and film.
Yeah,
like
you got +1.
Like you know, then like either way I was going to the concert and it was gonna be a good time. So I show up and I literally like just start filming. Like I filmed the line, you know, I filmed so like, everyone's like, oh, this is, you know, this is from Mike Stud's, you know, stuff. So like they're all going like, yeah, you know. And so I got like a few shots of that. So I'm just like chilling, and then I see who do I see? It was the DJ, was it Fader? Fader,
I was outside. Now I remember the moment.
You remember?
You were standing on the curb, bro. I was with Fader. I was with Fader and the homie. And Patty Quinn, I think Patty Quinn came up and was like, I remember he was like, yo, this dude's from Rhode Island. Can you bring in his camera? Oh my God, I remember this. Dude, what the?
So this is hilarious. So I go up to him and, you know, he saw the roadie hat because he's from Rhode Island. He was like, oh, you know, like Rhode Island, like that's what's up, man. And I was like, yeah, you know, like just moved here last week, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, yeah, you know, like, I don't know if you guys need like extra camera angle or something, but like I, you know, just moved out here, I got my camera. And he's like, oh yeah, you know, like I don't see why not, you know. He's like, let me go inside and, you know, like see if like that's okay.
Wow.
So he goes inside, doesn't come out, and I'm like, all right, well, you know,
I'm screwed.
So I'm like still like kind of like just chilling out here. I'm like, I don't really know what's going on. It's kind of cold, you know. The girl I invited didn't show up yet, and I'm like, I'm just standing there with my camera, like. But I'm like, I'm gonna stand my ground, you know. I'm gonna chill, do my thing. Then the actual filmers come out. So what's his Kilmer? Mm-hmm. So Mike says the actual filmers come out. And now I'm like, all right, now I just look ridiculous. I'm like, now I was filming now, and they actually know who this guy is because he's in all the content. They all live together and whatever. So now I'm like, all right, I'm just kind of like standing around, and you know, I was talking to them a little bit, like, oh, you know, like, what camera are you using? Like, what do you got?
Trying to talk it up a little bit.
What you doing? And and then I actually like held the camera for a little bit. You know, Kilmer was like chugging or whatever, so I held his camera, and so. Then I see Patty Quinn come out, and I'm like, this is the guy.
Yeah.
Because he went to high school with my oldest brother.
Oh.
And so, like, he actually, like, knew who he was.
Yeah.
So I'm like.
You got to connect the dots.
I think this is my end. So he comes out, he walks by, and, like, at this point, like, the girl I invited, she's here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to tackle this guy. I need to talk to him. And so I go to him, I was like, hey, what's up, LSA? You know, and that's like, you know, the style, like that's the high school that we went to in Rhode Island. He's like, wait, you from Rhodey? Like, you saw the hat? I was like, yeah, man, he went to high school with my brother. He's like, oh, no way. We started chopping it up. I'm like, yeah, just, you know, moved here. Like, I didn't know if, like, you guys wanted me to, like, film or anything. You know, like, a couple.
So you give Patty the camera. You get into the venue.
I'm in the venue, man. So
and now, like, you start shooting
we get
it
in,
up.
I got my camera, and I'm like, let's get it. Like, this is dope. Not only, all right, this is, like, best case scenario. I'm at the concert, you know.
Yeah.
Got a cute lady friend.
Yeah.
I can film.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just, like, dope. So I'm like, all right, here we go. Like, I'm working, but I'm also, like, having fun at the same time.
And you just got to L.A., too, so now
I just got here.
You're living now in
I'm
L.A.
Like, I got it. Yeah. Man, let's go, baby. So, when I was in, I was just, like, filming, like normal. And it was just so dope. And then what happened... Yeah, so I don't know, whatever. That was a dope night. And then, so I'm editing the footage, and I'm like, I'm still learning videography. Like, I'm still learning all my settings and stuff.
Yep.
And I look at the footage, and I'm like, shit. I'm like, I did something wrong. I don't know what I did. But there's these lines that are going up and down. I don't know if you know, like, it was like, the lighting was terrible. Like, it's like just like a blue room. The worst. Like, very low light, and my lens is like f-stop like goes as low as 4, so like I don't know, is that it? Is the lens? It's the light. Yeah. Well, anyway,
camera talk right here.
I'm trying to do my thing, but I'm like, I'm still tossing this video out. Like, I'm still gonna do what I can.
Yeah.
So I edited it up, chopped it up, tossed it on my Instagram, and it's so funny because one of my buddies messages me and he's like, yo, what do you use to edit? And I'm like, well, you know, I've been using Final Cut. I'm trying to switch over to Premiere, you know, so I'm like in this like in between phase where I'm trying to learn that. He's like, oh, you know, I use Premiere, but I'm trying to go. I think I'm gonna go to Final Cut. I'm like, why are you saying that? He's like, well, I saw the video you just did. I just thought it was super cool. You know, you have all these cool effects and stuff. And I'm like, what effects are you talking? Like, I did some speed ramps. I did some slow-mos. Right? And then he's like, yeah, but like you had like these cool effects like during the concert. And I'm like, no, these aren't effects.
Are you watching the same video as me?
What it was is I didn't know how to use the camera settings.
Yeah.
And that's what these lines are. These aren't effects. This isn't a filter. Like, this is all raw in camera that I just didn't really know how to do the thing. But it's a concert. You can get away with that kind of stuff with that kind of footage just because it's like, it's a concert, you know. Like,
you're just capturing the moment.
It can just be like crazy and like, you know, it doesn't have to be like completely stable or anything. Yeah, so that's kind of the
I just think it's so weird, man, because I literally distinctively remember that moment of when this dude Foley came out. I hadn't seen him in months, just like started talking to him, and immediately as he came out, Patty came up to him and was like, yo, there's this homie here from, I remember it.
Yeah.
He's like, there's this homie from
Yo,
Rhode Island.
Quinn.
I think you're wearing a black leather jacket with your hat backwards, maybe.
Yes,
yep. I literally
bro.
saw you stand the curb because I was like, saw you, and I just like, I know the hustle of like trying to get in with your camera, so I was just dying.
Finesse.
Man, that's crazy.
But that's what you got to do. It's LA. Like, you
have to hustle.
Like, I was literally standing there. I'm like, because there's been times where I've like, I mean, not that exact like scenario, but at the same time, it's like, sometimes you can like wait it out, stand your ground, like, and like maybe it'll work out, maybe it'll be a complete bust and they won't even let me into the freaking place. No. Like,
I think a lot of times for people it is a bust, they don't even get in,
which is completely fine. But you gotta try it, you know.
You gotta roll the dice.
You gotta roll the dice, man. That's what I'm out here doing.
See, I'm just a big believer of like moments, man. Like, it's just weird that you are there, I'm there, we don't know each other, and now literally less than a week later, you're in here today to do a podcast. I'm pumped for this. Like, I'm stoked. This is something I've never really covered.
Yep.
And I love the energy. I love kind of your, at least from what I've seen and what I've read, I love the story. I love what you're putting into the world. Yeah, and I was like, there's no way I cannot get this guy on the podcast. So first off, thank you for taking the time to be on this.
Of course, man.
We're gonna cook up some heat today.
Let's do it.
Before we get into like really Molives TV or even Southwest, take me back to Rhode Island. You grew up in Lincoln, Rhode Island, I think it was.
Oh man,
Rhodey.
Lincoln.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? All right, so I am from Lincoln, Rhode Island.
Okay.
I tell people I'm from Narragansett
because we moved. Do you like it because it sounds better?
It's just way better.
Okay.
It's like Lincoln is like, I mean, it's cool. It's a small town, but like Narragansett,
like, everyone knows.
That's
where the money's
town. You know, that's where the high rollers go. No, it's just like a dope beach town.
Yeah.
And my parents moved there like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So I just say I'm from Narragansett.
That's right. That's
This is a lot cooler.
How is it growing up in Rhode Island for you though?
Rhode Island's dope, man. Yeah. I mean, it's, shout out to Rhodey.
I love it, man.
Hardly home, but always repping. You have to, man. Every time, like growing up in Rhode Island, I would always like, who's from Rhode Island? Like Pauly D's from Rhode Island. Who else is from Rhode Island? Like, I don't know. There's just like a bunch, like Seth MacFarlane.
Yep.
I think he's from Rhode Island.
I think he is.
I know he went to RISD. But anyways, like, you gotta rep Rhode Island. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always was saying, I was like, if I'm ever in a position like where people are like kind of like
paying attention to what I'm
doing, I will represent Rhode Island.
I
have to.
Yeah.
But no, it was awesome, man. And it's like, it's one of those places where like, it's so small that like, everyone like everywhere. Like, I'll go to Target and like, I'll see someone I went to high school with, or someone that teaches with my brother, worked with, my mom. Or
you get the real feel of community.
Oh, for sure.
You know everything about everyone and who's doing what. And you had you said one older brother?
Two older brothers.
So you were the third one.
I'm the youngest, man.
There's three of you all together.
Yep.
Wow.
That's funny because like my brothers are like nothing like me.
Really?
And like when I first started doing all my crazy stuff, they're just like, what is this guy doing? Like, this kid is crazy. And now it's just like, oh, there goes Molives again. I guess he's skydiving. I guess he's, hanging off of cliffs again.
Were you doing anything like that when you were a kid? Like, were you adventurous? Were you somebody that pushed yourself?
My family, we did like a lot of trips. So like we do like, we'd go camping all the time. And then we did a lot of road trips, which was dope. So I guess I kind of got like my sense of adventure or like love for travel as soon as like we just started doing that stuff. And it's funny, like my mom knew, like the very moment my mom knew that like she was screwed because I'm just like crazy and love to do like wild stuff. And we were at the Grand Canyon and I like look over the ledge and I like sit down over the ledge and like I'm like 10. I'm like, I don't really actually, I think I was like 10-ish or whatever. I was like, Matthew, get back over here. And like, that's like the moment that she says, like, she knew that like she was
this
screwed.
Could be a problem.
Like, this kid is a wild child and I am gonna have a heart attack every day. This kid is gonna be.
If at 10 you're pushing yourself to the edge of the Grand Canyon, it's a wrap. Hey, she knew it's a wrap.
That's where you get the best view.
Oh, man. That's amazing. I got to see the Grand Canyon when I was moving out to LA and that was a beautiful view out there.
Did a little road trip?
Yep.
Nice.
East,
of course,
west to the east to the west. Nice little 7-day road
man.
trip. Your mother was a nurse. Father was a nurse.
They're both nurses, man. Yeah, nurses. Still are.
What did they teach you as a kid? Like, what were some of the big lessons they taught you and your brothers?
You know, I've been blessed enough to have like 2 dope parents. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I know that's not the
East
case
Coast
for
parents,
everyone.
man.
Yeah,
East
of course,
Coast.
you know what I'm saying? East Coast. You know,
Let's go.
Yeah, East
Let's
Coast.
go.
East Coast. All right. It's like we're like an East Coast fraternity that like we're not even like.
Might as well call this the East Coast podcast, boys.
Nah, so they're awesome. Like my dad's my best friend. And then like my parents are just like so amazing. It's just like the sense of like they get behind me in like whatever I want to do. Like I was in college for 3 semesters and I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And my mom is the one who actually suggested being like a flight attendant. And which was dope because like I didn't know how people got into being a flight attendant, and I always thought it was like something dope that like, you know, travel, you know, it seems like a crazy lifestyle where you know, you get to see a lot of like the states, the worlds, but I didn't really know like how people got into it. So like I just like applied, and then I got sent to Raleigh, North Carolina for an interview. They're like, all right, dope. Training is in St. Louis for a month. If you get through that, which I did, which is crazy, which we can talk about later if you want to. Like flight attendant training, like
no, we'll get into that. We will get into that.
Yeah, I got into like the interview process, like on like a previous podcast, but like the training, dude.
We're gonna get.
And yo, if you guys think if you've ever done like anything, that has been tough, flight attendant training,
no
is
joke,
the most intense, like stressful thing. Like they'll just like come in and like take someone out. Do you want to? We can get into it now. I don't know what you want.
You know, we'll get into that in a second. I like setting it up. What I forgot to tell you before the podcast is I always like every podcast. Your parents are dope. I like painting the Picasso because like a lot of people that are gonna listen to this probably see who you are now and they see all the flight stuff and all that, which we're gonna definitely touch on. But I think it's super important to set up to those moments of like. Maybe nobody knew that the only reason you became a flight attendant was your mom like got you, you know. So it's like, no, for sure, it's cool to like paint a little bit of that.
Yeah, and I will talk about anything. And go far back, off. So if you want to
like this, we'll go. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Where we're going.
When before I want to touch the college thing in a second, but I want to ask this: how was it growing up with cystic fibrosis for you? Like, was it extremely difficult? Did you understand fully like what it was? How was that for you?
So for those of you who don't know, I have cystic fibrosis, genetic disease that you're born with, affects your lungs, digestive system. So I was born with this, genetic. So I actually took a lot of pills when I was a kid and was doing like multiple treatments every day because my parents are nurses. So like,
which is great, right?
Yeah,
then they know they know the system.
My parents are amazing. So like, it's like something they like learned about but didn't really know like much about. And so like, you know, I got tested when I think I was diagnosed at like 8 months old.
Wow.
So, which it's crazy because like it hasn't prevented me from doing anything. So it's like, I forget I have it. Like until you brought it up, I was like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot I had that. So literally, it was like I was taken care of like amazingly. So like I was doing all these treatments, pills, and then like when I actually moved to North Carolina, they had like a different way of like not operating, but like. I've been doing so many things like prophylactically. So like just because I've been doing it and have been fine, it's just been like kind of going like that. And when I moved to North Carolina, they have one of like the best CF clinics there at the UNC. So they were like, why are you like taking all this stuff? And I was like, I don't know. I just kind of been like taking it, you know? And so they actually like slowly rolled off. Like every time I ate, I had to take like 12 pills with meals and 8 with snacks to like help me digest and absorb the food.
Wow. Every time
I ate. So even when I was a kid, like I would go into the office to like the nurses and to like take my pills. And then I go to the lunchroom.
Wow.
And it's like, that's how life was. I didn't even notice anything. And like, even my friends were like, they're just like, oh yeah, Miles gotta, you know, do his thing. He's gotta take his pills, and then, you know,
we'll meet you outside, brother.
Yeah, like
we'll be on the kickball field, man.
Yeah. It's so crazy to think back on your life because I'm like, I've even scrolling through my own Instagram, I'm like, damn, I forgot I did that shit. That was dope. But yeah, growing up, it was like, it was cool, man. Like I've never been, and this is one thing I love about my parents. They never like they never treated me like differently. They never like made it a point to like, they made it a point to be like, this is just a regular kid. Like he's gonna have the same life as like everyone else. Like, and everyone always asks me, he's like, oh, what's it like? Like, you have cystic fibrosis, and for those of you who don't know, like the current life expectancy is like 37, which like I don't believe that. Like I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be fine.
I'm
137.
Yeah,
you know
you're
setting
the new scale.
I'm chilling. You know, so I stay healthy. You know, I do my treatments. I take my pills. So it's like it's just how my life is.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
So
I was gonna say something.
Yeah, no. So it sounds like they just were good at like,
yeah, man.
This is something that he's born with. We can't control. We're just gonna adjust. We're not gonna make you stand out. We're not gonna make you feel like you're like you're different. It's just one little obstacle that you have to deal with for your life, and this is how you're gonna adjust to it.
Yeah. And the only day that I really like remember that I have cystic fibrosis is like every year is a walkathon, Slater Park, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. You know. It's in May. You guys should come.
Yep.
But it's like, it's a walkathon, you know, to raise money to help cure cystic fibrosis.
Yeah.
And so like everyone comes, all my family, like friends, and like they just come together and like supported this cause, which is amazing. It's like my second birthday, you know what I'm saying? Because everyone's like coming out to like celebrate me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what's up? But it's like, but I will say it is a very serious disease. So like, you know, it can definitely, you know, take lives.
Yeah.
And it does, and it has. So I do like to be, you know, out there and like talking about it, you know, to raise awareness because, you know, not a lot of people know about it.
Yeah.
I definitely want to.
Do you think you're more on the fortunate side? Like because you have it, but you've been able to obviously be healthy with it?
Yeah. You know, there's some people that, you know, they get lung infections like crazy, lung transplants. And it's tough, man.
Yeah.
It's tough and like I have friends on Instagram that like have cystic fibrosis as well. And cuz we're not really supposed to like be like in the same room as each other cuz like we can like give each other like like lung like infections, and it's cuz like if someone like, you know, I hardly cough. So like people that have like cystic fibrosis, like usually they cough up, you know, mucus, and you know sometimes they can have like an infection that, you know, could get, you know, spread, and like it's different if it gets spread to you versus if it gets spread to me.
So if I had cystic fibrosis, it could be more fatal for me because I already have the disease.
Correct. So I have like a lot of friends on Instagram that like we have like this little like cystic fibrosis community on IG, which is kind of cool. But yeah. It's my life, man. You know? And the thing is like everyone's got something, man. Yeah. Everyone's got something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I have cystic fibrosis, you know.
5513.
You might, you know, maybe you can't have gluten or something. Yeah. Or like, you know, you lactose intolerant. Or maybe you're a crazy vegan. crazy vegan vegetarian. Soy almond milk.
Watch that in LA, man. People are they're gonna come at you for that.
Everyone's a vegan in LA.
Yeah, it's good. It sounds like you've had definitely like more of a positive outlook on it than letting it hold you back and kind of stop you from doing what you actually want to do with your life. Yeah.
Here's the cards.
Yeah.
Play the hand.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, you're right. What was you spent 3 months in college?
3 semesters.
3 semesters. So what, like going into school, did you have any idea, or was it just like, where did you go? Was it
I went to the University of Rhode Island, which is crazy because I'm a Providence Friars fan. This is like, so there's 2 schools, like Providence College, University of Rhode Island.
URI is where it's at, right? Is that where they have the golf parties?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I went there one time. Anyway, that's another podcast.
People play golf party like that? I don't know.
Big party.
So I'm a big Providence College basketball fan. Yet I went to the University of Rhode Island. So this is just, but on the Providence College gear, you can't tell it's Rhode Island. So like I just rep Rhode Island because it says RI. I
like that.
Go Friars.
You're just holding it down for the state.
It's
not just about the school. It's about the state, right?
Of course, bro.
It's about the state. It's the state. So you're actually, one more thing I want to touch on the childhood. At the LaSalle Academy, is that where you went?
Yeah.
The LaSalle Academy. What's your main focus while you're there? Are you just kind of like messing around? Are you just studying
in high school?
Yeah, like are you athlete?
I had no idea. Well, yeah, I played soccer. I played soccer in high school.
Yeah,
it was fun.
You're a killer.
Time. Oh yeah. You know what's funny? I didn't. So I played soccer freshman, sophomore, junior year. Going into senior year, we had like this camp, and there were so many juniors that were going to be seniors that were like going to be on the team, and the coach is like, you guys have been playing soccer for 3 years. Like, not all of you are going to make the team. And I'm like, damn, that might be me. I might not make the team. Because everyone's really good. And I'm like, it's kind of like towards the end of that, list.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, fuck it, I'm playing football. I want to be the kicker. And guess what?
You were the kicker?
I wasn't the kicker.
No, you weren't.
No, I wasn't the
Professional
kicker.
water boy?
So, yeah, I wasn't the kicker. I thought I was going to be, man. I'm like, I played soccer. I can do this. But there was this kid, shout out to Pete Pickering, who I've never even, I don't think about this a lot, but I guess it just came up in this podcast, and it's hilarious. But, he went to like kicker camp since he was yeah.
Wow.
So I'm like, he was really good.
Yeah, you have to let him.
He played in college.
You can't compare yourself.
Yeah, he's the best one in the world. So it's like,
kicker
now,
camp,
of course
dude,
I lost to him.
Dude,
what are you
kicker
gonna
camp,
do?
that's totally understandable.
But yeah, played some sports.
That's nice.
I peaked when I was like 12 in like my athletic career.
Yeah.
Hockey, soccer, football.
Yeah.
Tennis even. Me and my brother played doubles in camp and we crushed it. And pickleball, you know pickleball?
Of course.
Oh, of course, man.
Played
Is that an East Coast thing?
I think it is an East Coast thing.
I don't know. Pickleball is dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Tried a lot of different sports.
Yeah. Peaked when I was 12 though.
Yeah.
Like I was nasty.
Yeah.
Like I could have done anything.
Yeah.
I could have gone pro, but yeah. What are you gonna do?
Now you're flying in the skies.
Yeah,
So the mother convinces you to do this flight attendant, to become a flight attendant.
Well, she suggested it, and I was like, that sounds dope. And then I applied, started doing it, and I'm like,
it wasn't for directly Southwest though at first.
No. It was like a regional airline because I had like just turned 20 or I was like 19. But there's like regional airlines that'll hire you at 18, which I think is still crazy. Like 21 for sure. Like,
is that Southwest 18, now? Is it 21 for Southwest?
Southwest is 21.
Okay.
Yeah. And like all the majors, all the legacy airlines, it's 21. But there's like regional airlines, like like if you like go to like a small city or something, like
a puddle jumper.
Yeah,
type
like
thing?
a puddle jumper. Like you go from, I don't know, from
Boston to New York City or something like that.
Yeah.
Small,
Boston to New
small.
York, like 20-minute flight, small plane.
Yeah.
Those
you gotta
are
get out there.
flights, like
you gotta spin the thing. You gotta spin the actual engine.
Yeah, you gotta push the airplane to like get it going.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
So you get this job with the regional.
Yeah.
What's this training process like?
Oh,
Either for
man,
them
the
or for
flight attendant
Southwest.
training.
Talk to me about flight attendant school.
I'll talk about my first airline because it was the craziest.
Was it?
We started. Oh man, it is like. So like you go through the whole application process. You're like, all right, dope. Like I have a training date. I got to be here in St. Louis on this day. Training is 5 weeks. Got to pass training, and then I'm a flight attendant. So like it's so funny because like people when they get like their training date, they're like, guys, I got hired for American. I got hired for Delta, and like, dog, you got to make it through 6 weeks of very intense training.
It's like boot camp,
then
right?
you got to make it through your probation period of 6 months, and then you're a flight attendant.
Ooh, so it's pretty much it.
But they're like, I had a dope interview. I'm a flight attendant. Nah, you're not, dude.
No.
So like the training process is so crazy. So you show up on the first day. On my first airline, we started at the beginning with 54 people. And at the end of training, we graduated 16.
Whoa.
It is crazy, man.
What was the common reason people dropped out?
Oh, dude.
Or like,
so many.
did they drop or they got kicked?
They get kicked, bro.
For what?
I don't know. There's a few different things, and I'll tell you.
I don't know.
I'll tell you. A lot of different things, but at the same time, some of it's high school stuff. And that's what happens when you hire 18-year-olds is they come to training and they think they're in high school, and they'll gossip, they'll talk about other people, they'll like they'll get these cliques, and then there's people like around the whole training facility. They're watching your every move. You have your name tag on. They know who you are.
Wow.
If they see you like say something in the bathroom or something, and it's so crazy because like y'all will be taking a test, and then they'll literally just grab someone and just be like, they call them body snatchers. You'll be like taking a test and like you'll just notice like, yo, where's Susie? Where did Susie go?
Gone.
And then Susie's out.
Susie's gone.
Susie's out.
See you, Susie.
She gets voted off the island by the instructors, and it's just
You'll be in the middle of the exam, and you kind of just look to your left, look to your right, and they're like, where'd she go?
And it's crazy. You'll get back to your hotel, and you were rooming with Susie.
She's gone.
You're like, where's Susie? You text Susie. Susie doesn't answer. You're like, Susie, where are you? Susie, come back. But it's like, that's the type of thing that happened, man. It was so crazy. Like, they would literally, at the end of like like in between breaks, it'd be like, oh yeah, and can Tony and James, if you could just like stay here for a second, and like so you go to the bathroom, you like, and then you come back, Tony and James aren't there anymore.
Oh,
you're like,
man.
no, what did they do? And it's like crazy because like, and then it's all speculation. You're like, what did they do? And then it's nothing but like your stress just goes up that morning. Like not only are you trying to like, you know, I'm trying to like pass everything. I'm trying to like, you know, make sure I'm participating in like group activities. I'm paying attention. I'm raising my hand and like for like readings, you know, reading the manual and, you know, doing well on tests and studying. And then you got to worry about like your name getting called like at the end of every single break.
Yeah.
The amount of stress.
Yeah. You're thinking about every move that you make because you don't want to be called out.
You're like, did I sneeze right? Is that okay? And you're like, oh, yeah, you sneezed the wrong way. Just get out. Take your stuff. Get out of here.
What do you think was the hardest part about the training process then? Aside from people always watching your every move.
It's crazy because I actually loved the training.
You did.
Like, I love just like I'm here, I'm getting my wings, and that's all I care about.
Yeah.
I'm not going out. I'm not trying to socialize.
No.
I don't want to be your friend, man.
No.
But I'm going to be your friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like at the same time, it's like, I'm here for these wings.
Yeah.
Give me these wings,
I want
man.
the wings.
I want to pass out peanuts on airplanes.
That's the best thing when you have it, right? When you have
like,
the wings.
it's just like, I love like having like a goal and just like going for it and like just getting it, you know? Like when I want to like skydive, I was like
savage.
I was like researching every skydiver and I'm like, how does this happen? How does this work? And then like you go through like the actual like training process and you're like,
it's the same thing, right? You're
license.
taking the same discipline of like the
same
Southwest.
exact thing. And like I love that. I like get wrapped up into it. And I'm like, I'm doing. That's how I am with my camera right now. I'm like, I'm gonna learn everything about you, camera. I'm gonna take you everywhere.
Yeah, that's good
like,
though to have that like obsession. When you see something you like and you're like, I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna learn everything. I'm just gonna nail this craft. That like I'm gonna be the best person ever. Jump out of a plane, the best video guy.
That's what I'm
like,
saying. That's how I'm with the camera now. So it's been like the skydiving thing. Like I wanted to do that. I'm like, I'm gonna do this, and then I did it, and I got it. I'm like, dope. Yeah. And then I'm like, I want to get my motorcycle license, and like, I don't even know how to ride a motorcycle. Got it. But I learned it, grabbed it, you know, I got my motorcycle license, and I'm like, this camera.
The camera is definitely more of like a lifelong type thing, right? Like there's always so many different things you can learn.
I think I know things about my camera, and like one of my buddies will come over, and you know, I shoot like decent videos, you know.
You're good. You're a good content creator. I'll give it to you. I respect the content game.
I paid him in peanuts to say that. But so yeah, and then like one of my buddies will come over who's like far more experienced. Yeah. Come over here like
he shows you
go
everything.
through the settings and then like he'll be like and then he'll shoot something and I'll be like, okay, Steven Spielberg, thank you for doing whatever you just did. Can we rewind and show me how you freaking did that? Because like I would like to be Steven Spielberg as well, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but it's like the same camera, so it's not the camera. It's like
it's the person behind it. I could hand you a $10,000 camera. I could hand him a $500 camera. Yep. But Oz might be able to operate better with that $500 than you with the $10,000 camera.
Yeah, that's a fact.
What's your biggest pet peeve when you're in the sky when you're flying with people?
I have a few. The thing is like with flight attendants.
How about this? Before that, I have so much.
Bro, I love this podcast. I love it, baby.
What is the responsibility of a flight attendant? You're not obviously there to like toss peanuts, get people drinks. Yeah. But like, what is the actual responsibility?
Safety and security is number one. Mm-hmm. So it's like safety, make sure like everyone, you know, is safe in the airplane. So airlines, they want to get you from point A to point B. Yeah. Safely, in one piece. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we make sure that happens. You know what I'm saying? So making sure, you know, everyone is not only like safe in terms of like if stuff goes down on the plane, it's like we're there to like, you know, prevent
bigger problems.
Yeah, like security
people losing
breaches.
Like getting anxiety.
Someone's trying to, you know, get into the flight deck. Like someone is literally fighting another passenger or like fighting a flight attendant, or, you know, someone has a seizure on the plane. Like if there are no flight attendants, like who kind of figures that out? Like,
yeah, okay.
Is the pilot gonna, you know, be like, oh, autopilot, you know, let me open the door, let me come back here, let me like figure that out. You need flight attendants, you know what I'm saying? I feel like with all the technology and everything, I feel like flight attendants aren't going away. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, there's no way.
Like cars will drive themselves, maybe.
Yeah.
I think you still need flight attendants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. Yeah.
And you guys are trained
in security.
And you guys are trained with it.
Big training, man. So we use 2% of what we actually know, like in training.
Wow.
Like you need to be able to evacuate an airplane in 90 seconds or less using 50%, having 50% of the, you know, exits usable.
Wow.
So half your exits are blocked. You still need to
be able to get them out of the other
90 seconds or less, under 90 seconds.
Wow.
So that's like when we go through our evacuation drills, like
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. Like,
Yeah.
because in those situations, like seconds are literally life or death.
Yeah.
So you need to do it as fast. You need to know everything in literally like any situation. Like, all right, this is a water ditching. So you're not going to open the exits in the back because then like
the plane's going to tip,
yeah, then
right?
the plane will start like getting water and then it'll tip up. And
so you go from the middle then, I'm assuming, right? Or not?
Yeah, you want to use the overwing exits or like the number one like exits you want to use.
I love this.
So it's like that's where you want to evacuate.
Yeah.
Like, in the like ditching. Ditching like is water landing.
Yeah, I have these conversations.
It's not a land. It's a crash.
All the time. Shout out to my roommate Southwest Steve. I call him Southwest Steve. He was on the podcast for episode 56. At the time, he was doing baggage, but now he's a flight attendant. So I'm always asking him all these questions, like
Steve, welcome to the crew life, baby. Welcome to the crew life.
Welcome to the crew life. But he was even telling me that recently, I think it was a couple months ago, like they had a health issue on the plane, and like there's like you guys have like a hotline number to call if there's a medical issue that even though you're 30,000 feet in the sky, it connects you to like a doctor or somebody.
Yeah, man, 1-800 call a doctor. That's not a thing.
That's not a thing.
Just made that up.
But you actually have a direct line to a trained medical person.
And literally so like, you know, stuff goes down. You're like, all right, make sure that you call the captain, let them know what's going on because they can get the patch to the doctors that are on the ground. Because like not on.
They have to connect it, right?
The thing is like, on every flight, like you're usually having a doctor on like one of the flights, doctor, nurse, paramedic, like there's someone in the medical profession like usually on. But if there's not, like this is you figuring it out, but you can patch the link to the doctors on the ground and you have a headset. Wow. So literally it's so funny because like you guys wouldn't even notice this like on an airplane. There are 3 radio headset jacks in the plane because the cord's only so long. Yeah. So there's one in the front, middle, and the back, depending on where you are in the cabin. So you'll find that you'll plug it in, and you have the headset, and it's literally like you're talking to the. It's so funny explaining this because no one knows this. No one knows this. So yeah, and then like you can, you know, no matter where you are in the cabin, you know, you can, and then it's like, and then like at that point you're like. I'm a first responder. Like I'm a first responder paramedic. So you're like, all right, we have a, you know, woman age 35, you know, she's experiencing symptoms of a seizure. Wow. And, you know, we gave her oxygen. You know, she's laying down in the seats and like, you have to move passengers and like, it's crazy, man.
What's been the craziest experience for you being up in the sky? Is there something that you can talk about? Is there one moment that really kind of tested your like ability to handle the situation?
Yeah, for sure, man. And we were on a flight this one time, and this is like the craziest thing that's ever like went down. Yeah. So I'm chilling in the back of the cabin, and we see like this guy is standing in the front, and like. Just like standing, I was like flailing his arms and stuff. So I'm like, what is this dude doing? So we go up to the front and we're like trying to calm this guy down. He's just like screaming. He knocks over one of the carts and like we're trying to get him to calm down. And so we can't get him to like chill or like get back in his seat. And so he pushes me and then I'm like, whoa, bro, you can't do that, dog. You can't do that.
Nah, not Molives.
So me, the other flight attendant, and like 4 like because like passengers like they don't stand for anything now like all this like you know the history of like the airline and like just everything that happens nowadays like passengers like don't take crap from like anyone. So like stuff goes down, they're like, listen, like that's not no stop down you can't do that. So we all like you know took this guy to the ground and like we have zip ties, so like I grabbed the zip ties and so zip tied him, put him in the seat. Apparently what happened was he was under the influence of some drug that we're not sure what it was, but he actually, when he was up there like you know going crazy, he tried to open up one of the cabin doors during the flight while we're at like 30,000 feet. What? Which for you guys out there,
there's a safety mechanism, right?
Physically impossible. physically impossible. You can't do that.
Okay.
Like the amount of pressure that like you're up so high, like no matter who you are, you're not opening that door.
It's
ever.
like trying to open a car door
like
when you're driving, right? And that's kind of hard to do.
Right,
it's like
yeah.
a little bit of wind. You're up there 30,000
you're going
feet.
like at 30,000 feet, going 500 miles an hour. Like things not coming open. No. So like I don't know. I don't even know what altitude it probably would come open. Maybe like under like 10K or something.
Yeah.
But anyways, put him in the seat, and then we beelined it. Like we were on our way. I think it was like Baltimore to LA. We beelined it to Denver, like diverted, like straight up. And then we're on the ground. Everyone is there. I'm talking FBI, FAA, all the supervisors. There's like 40 people in the jet bridge.
Yeah.
Like, cause this is a massive event. Like,
yeah. That doesn't happen.
That doesn't just happen. That doesn't just happen. So yeah, we were on the ground. We talked to FBI for like 3 hours, and
it's a whole process. Then from there.
It's like a whole process.
Wow. But they literally had to divert the flight. I mean, yeah, in a situation like that, you're not going to fly all the way out to LA at that point. You have to re-divert it.
Nah.
Wow, man.
Yep.
That's the life of the flight attendant, right?
It's flight attendant life, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's
what we do.
How much better of your communication skills have you gained with people from being a flight attendant?
Oh, like I've learned way more being a flight attendant and traveling than I ever would have in college. Personally.
Yeah.
If college is for you.
Go
for it. You want to do your thing.
Yeah.
That's fine. For me, it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I like there's something you learn like even if you're like going to Europe backpacking for like 2 weeks, like there's things that like you just don't you don't get in a classroom, man. Like you don't understand like how to communicate with different cultures. Like if you're literally like in Argentina, all right, you get there at the airport, you're like, oh, I'm going to Argentina, but like you got to figure out how to get to wherever you're staying. Like if there's no airport shuttle, even if there is, like where's the pickup? Everything's in Spanish, and you're like trying to like figure it out. You figure out like the money situation, and then like how to like not get scammed while you're traveling and stuff. And it's like just so much like street smart type of real world like things that happen that you don't get in college. So that's one of the things I was super stoked about and super blessed to like have found when I 3 semesters in. So
you had a little bit of experience. You at least knew how the system worked. Like going to school, you like got a taste of it.
Yeah, I'm like, which I don't even know how some of my friends even graduated. I'm like, because when I was a flight attendant, I was like, I would come back for the weekends, and it was awesome because like during the week I was like traveling, making money.
Yeah,
I could still fly back and have a college experience on the weekends with my friends.
Yeah,
but now I had money.
Yeah, you could actually do things. You weren't stressing.
I was chilling. It was dope, man.
Yeah. I think putting yourself in those situations, because I've only been outside the country twice. One to the Bahamas, one to Cancun.
Okay.
Both were just like college trips. You know what I'm saying?
Spring break? How's Cancun?
We can't talk about that. But I'll never forget the moments of like landing and finding a shuttle to the resort was such a process.
Yeah, man.
And then in that shuttle ride of like looking around and seeing shacks and like being like, yo, we're really out here.
Yeah.
And our resort had literally armored security walking the premise the entire time, like on the outskirts. So like when you're walking around, you don't really notice it, but if you really look around at you, you're like, yo, we're in Mexico. Like this is nothing against Mexico, but it was like, this is the real deal, and it opens your eyes, like culture-wise, like, yo, there's some real shit in this world, we have it good in the U.S. Like we have it real good here.
Yeah.
And it isn't until you get out there and it's like
proud being American.
Yeah, definitely proud
Shout
to be
America.
Yeah, definitely proud to be an American. What city has surprised you the most within the U.S.?
Surprised in terms
that you
of
think like is most slept on? Like, of course you travel to
a sleeper city.
So because obviously with layovers you're traveling to all these different cities. Sometimes I would imagine you have a little bit extra time, you can go travel and see the cities. What's been like to you the most surprising city that might be slept on?
Man, there's so many. Well, Rhode Island in general. Nobody likes Rhode Island. Nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's New York. No, it's not. It's Rhodey. It ain't Long Island. It's Rhode Island.
Rhodey.
I don't know, man. And that's the thing that I loved about with my first airline is like I didn't go to like any of these cities. Like I've never been to Memphis, Nashville. I never went to any of the like Omaha, Nebraska. Like I've never been to Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha. Yeah. Tom Brady's better than Peyton Manning. Anyways, so
I got you.
But no, Omaha's dope. Like these random just like cities, like they just like wouldn't be dope. Like Wichita, Kansas. Like the food that you get in these places too, like New Orleans. Oh my goodness, I've never been to New Orleans, but damn, their food is amazing.
Yeah.
But it's like, was I surprised by it? I didn't even know what it was, man.
Yeah.
So like, I hear like New Orleans, you think just like Mardi Gras. That's all I knew about New Orleans.
Yeah.
And so I get down there and I'm like, yo, let me get some food.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. All their food's amazing.
And it's amazing too because they're South. When did you make when did you make that leap from like the regional?
Little leagues to majors?
Yeah.
I'm still working on it.
I love it. I love it.
But yeah, so I was at this regional airline. I was there for like 2 years.
Okay.
Then I went to Virgin America, and I was actually based at LAX. So I was there for like a year and a half.
Wow.
At Virgin America. And so when I was at the little one, I started noticing, I'm like, some of these flight attendants are going on to bigger and better airlines. I'm like, why aren't I doing that? I should do that. Why am I not doing this? So I started applying. So I applied at Virgin America and Southwest, same day. Virgin America hit me back 12 hours like later.
Okay.
And then Southwest took a year and a half to even email me back.
Wow.
So I go to Virgin, you know, they hit me back and they're like, yeah, come on.
Huge airline.
Like, yeah,
major.
Dope, amazing.
You can get
like,
anywhere
actually,
in the world.
RIP, Alaska. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Alaska just bought Virgin recently. So Virgin America is not an airline anymore.
Okay.
RIP Virgin.
See you, Virgin.
They were dope, though. They were dope.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and then, you know, got on with Southwest, and I'm like, gotta do it. And I had a training date with American in between that. So I also applied to American Airlines.
Yeah, you were going around all these different airlines. You're sleeping around with all these.
You gotta test. You gotta test the waters. You gotta see what you like. And so I went through the interview process with American, which is, I was just like, interview experience. You want to like go through it, and then I figured like I'll go through it. Like I'm not just gonna like they hit me up and they're like, oh, like do this interview, and I'm not gonna not do the interview because like. I mean, and that's something that I would encourage everyone to, like, if you get an interview somewhere, just take it.
You got nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. And
You're
at
not
the same
obligated to anything.
Even if you don't want the job.
Yeah.
Interview experience. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why not take that?
100%.
Of course you should. So that's kind of what I did. And I'm like, if I get the job, then, I will, Virgin America, American Airlines, like I'll, weigh out the options and be like, which one's more me? Which one do I want to work for?
Yeah.
Then you
have the leverage.
You make the call.
You have the leverage.
Like, all right, what's going on? I chose to stay with Virgin. Virgin was dope. And then when Southwest came along, I was like, these are the homies.
Yeah.
Southwest is the homies.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Southwest Airlines.
Dude, the bags fly free. We got well, the peanuts are gone. R.I.P. to that, right? Peanuts are gone. R.I.P.
Cross some salted peanuts, for the homies.
What do you love most about Southwest?
Oh man, being able to just be you, bring you to work. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and we have like a lot of like uniform options too, but like. I was the camp counselor. I was rocking them khaki shorts. You know what I'm saying? That was my vibe before we switched to uniforms.
I love it.
But it's like you can tell jokes. You can be yourself. You can be funny. You can like rap. You can sing. You can like do all these things.
Yeah. Where
a lot of different airlines like it's frowned upon. You can't like
very formal.
Yeah, it's extremely formal. Which is like it's not a knock. It's just like. It's more their brand.
It's your personality. Yeah. You like being the outgoing, and you can't really fully be that.
I like going to work. I like having a good time. It's like if I can get paid to have a good time and travel, it's like
how'd they pay me to be here?
Sign me up. I'm down to do that. Oh yeah, don't tell them. Yeah, I get paid for it too. Like don't tell them. They don't know. They're paying me money to do this. Yeah. So as soon as like I had that, I'm like. I gotta make the switch. So yeah, Southwest is dope. Man, we have a good time, man. And we have like a lot of events too. Like every Monday in Dallas at that Southwest headquarters, I forget what the name of it is, but they have a party.
Literally every Monday.
Every Monday they have a party.
Wow. And
it's like free everything, free food, free drinks, and it's like
wow. They're just celebrating life.
Celebrate. We're Southwest. We're dope. We're fun.
Every week we party.
But at the same time, like. Translates like all the way down to every single worker that works there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you get that training in Dallas, they're like, hey, bring you to work. At the same time, we like to have fun as well. But at the same time, like, be you and like do your job, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna be a dope airline.
You know what? They nailed it with like marketing and and branding because,
they really
like
did,
you said, it funnels all the way down to you, who's the most important person because you're the one that's dealing with the customer every single day on the flights. You are the first face of the brand, and so it's like, if you got you at high energy making the best of the flight, people want to come back every time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if Matt's on my flight, I'm coming back. But I think that energy is super important, and like just it's like the people's airline. You know, like get on board, dude. Like pick your seat, sit down,
have at it,
relax. You want to drink?
You know what I'm saying?
We got some free drink coupons. You know what I'm saying? You want to drink? You want to drink?
That's what we do.
It's beautiful.
Of course, and there's like you can see like. Especially like if you like crack a joke or something, like you can see like, cause traveling's stressful, man. You know,
yeah, nobody likes it.
Nobody likes it. Like security, you know, TSA is like terrible. You know, they took your shampoo or like whatever. They took your beard oil. You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying?
We're shutting down the airport. We're shutting down the airport.
It's causing a scene.
I forgot beard gang. I didn't even respect to that. We've dabbed like 8 times.
Beard gang?
We've dabbed like 8 times.
How are we doing on the dabs counter there? I think that's 27.
There's like a dab counter, like 10, 11, 12.
You got to do it, bro.
Talk to me about, so when you're launching Molives TV, your like YouTube.
Molives.
Yeah, Molives TV, YouTube. That was January 2017.
Yeah, man.
What was like the inspiration to starting the channel in the first place?
It's funny because I had put out, I got a GoPro a few years ago.
GoPro Live? Shout out to GoPro.
Yeah, GoPro slide into my DM. Send me that new GoPro 7.
I'm sure we got some GoPro listeners somewhere listening.
So, yeah, I bought a GoPro and I was like, everywhere I went, I would literally just like take little clips of everything. And like at the end of the year, I put together this video, which is my first YouTube video ever. My thing wasn't even Molives at the time. It was Molivision Studios.
Ooh,
yeah.
Molivision Studios.
Molivision Studios.
The best in the game.
#1 source for entertainment in the travel space.
Literally.
Yeah. Molivision, I don't even know how I came up with that, but I put this video out and I was like, this is dope. This is my last year. It was so sick with copyrighted music, which I didn't know anything about copyrighted music or anything about that. Flag with my 100 views from my aunts and uncles and family members that were my 5 subscribers at the time. But yeah, I put that video out and then literally a week later, life is so crazy, bro. A week later, so I'm living in Vegas. My roommate at the time is a flight attendant. So I'm on a trip and I get back from a trip and like the flight before, like I was landing in Vegas, living there at the time. My roommate, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, we have a couple guys from Canada. They're crashing on our couch. They're YouTubers. And I'm like, wait, what? Huh. We have who? Who's staying at our? I'm like, I got stuff in my house. I'm like, I don't know these dudes. I didn't lock my room. You know what I'm saying? I got stuff in the house. I'm like, who are these dudes? So I walk in the house, meet the guys. And I'm like, these guys are the homies. You know what I'm saying? These are the boys. I saw what they were doing. They were like blowing up on YouTube, and they were doing like 24-hour challenges, overnight challenges. So for those of you who don't know what that is, you literally like go to like a place of business and you like stay there overnight and just film it. And so it's like a overnight challenge. Like, can you stay there the whole night? And so they were doing a lot of live streams and stuff. And so I saw like what they were doing like with their live stream, and I'm like, let me try this YouTube thing. I bought a G7X, and I'm like, I had this idea for mystery flights. So I don't know if you saw the mystery flights.
Believe me, I know exactly what you've been up to. I know what you've been up to, bro.
Oh man, the fans have been asking for one. I need to like do another one. I haven't done one in like months.
So did you kind of like, before you even officially launched the YouTube, like the Molives TV, was that like that's going to be one of the first concepts?
Oh yeah, mystery flights. Yeah,
really?
That was my first video. I explained what mystery flights was, and I did one the next week. So mystery flights.
Where did that come from?
It was just an idea, man. I've always wanted to like go to the airport, look at the destination board and be like, where am I going today?
Wow.
But I saw that these guys were doing live streams, and I'm like, how do I make this interactive with the,
with an audience?
You guys pick. I'm going to just go bring my backpack. Where am I going to Australia? Am I going to, Switzerland, Dubai? Where am I going today? So I'd show up, do a live stream, show them the departures, and they literally in real time would vote. They'd have like 3 minutes, and then my brother, shout out Molives, would tally them up, and he would text me. He'd be like, you're going to Australia. And I'm like, let's get it.
He
Book the flight, hop on the plane, go, and then vlog going to Australia with no plans. I've never been to Australia, but like going there, no plans, figuring it out, and like kind of like teaching people like traveling is not scary by yourself. Like you can do it. Like it's fun. Like it's gonna be like a good time. But you know, just going somewhere with no plans is like kind of nerve wracking to people. So it's kind of cool to like, you know, bring people along with the journey to be like, come to Australia with me, man. You know, you guys picked it. This is what you guys wanted to see. Like,
and you're able to leverage, because obviously if you're going to Australia, you're going to Ireland, like you're not flying on a Southwest flight, but you're able to leverage being a flight attendant. How do you get that as a free flight?
Oh yeah, it's you just pay the taxes. So it's like it's the crew life, man. It's so funny. It's
crew
like,
life. That's such a lifestyle.
It's just my life, man. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
You got, you know, Uber. I got Uber for commercial
they
airlines.
They ain't giving me across the country, across the world like that.
You got to get on that airline Uber game.
I think I need to. Yeah, Uber, get on that real quick.
Uber Aviation. But no, that's the thing is like.
So it literally could cost you how much? If you wanted to fly at LAX right now to Australia, how much taxes?
I think it was like $110 one way.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So that's why I'm able to do it. It's like, it's not that expensive. And
so you're doing this live stream, right?
Yeah.
And people are just chiming in. You're just showing them the board, and they're just like, yo, you're going, I want you to go to Ireland. And you just have no control.
Yeah, no control, man.
You have no control.
None. And it's like, even my family, they'll be like, where you want to go? And I'm like, nope, that's not how this works. My mom's like, yeah, but like, what if they send you somewhere crazy, you know? Like, what if it's like dangerous? Like, Ma, I gotta go where they tell me to go.
Wow. And how many mystery flights have you done so far?
I think like 8.
8. Wow.
Yeah, done like 8 of them. And it's like, my last one was actually in Argentina. So they picked Buenos Aires. And I couldn't get to Buenos Aires, so I flew into Uruguay, Montevideo. So I like chilled there for like a few days. And then I went to Buenos Aires, and then I flew back. Yeah.
And you enjoy traveling solo like this?
I love it, man.
Really?
Bro, I hate traveling in groups, man.
Yeah.
Because
you're too much of an upbeat, like, let's just go.
And just like
a backpack and
whatever
bag,
happens. Like, everyone's like, I mean, I'll work with flight attendants, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, I'm going to wherever. I'm going to Morocco, like in a couple months. Like, I already booked my hotel and stuff. And I'm like, how do you know, like, you're not gonna get invited to like, you know, some crazy like birthday party from, you know, someone you just met on the plane, but they're staying here in the hostel, but you know, they got, you know, Jerome over here, you know, Jerome's got a palace, you know, on the other side of Morocco, but like you already, you know, spent $300, you know, a night, or $100 a night on this hotel, and like you're gonna stay there instead of like this. Like, you don't know what you're gonna do when you travel. That's the thing. I always stay in hostels, and I book usually the day of, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
that's a good way to look at your life, though. Just to live like that.
And then when you travel with like a lot of people, it's just,
what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Yeah, what do you want to do? Like, oh, like, you know, I want to see this. I want to do this. Want to do this. Want to do this. Oh, I got to go to the bathroom. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I'm tired. Like, I do what I want to do. You know what I mean? And like, I don't slow myself down. I want to see what I want to see. And that's the thing about traveling that I think, you know, people need to, you know, either take away, or like, say you want to see the world's largest ball of yarn on your trip from Boston to LA.
Yeah.
See it, man. You should. You see what you want to see. Like, everyone's like, oh, you know, you went to New York. Did you go to Times Square? But you don't like Times Square, and you only have like a few hours, and like you want to go to Central Park because that's more your vibe.
Yeah.
But like, you tell me, oh, I went to New York, I saw Central Park, it was dope. Oh, did you see Times Square? Like, no, I just saw this. You're like, oh, you didn't see Times Square? Like, wow, you went to New York, didn't see Times Square? But if you don't want to see Times Square, don't go see Times Square.
Yeah.
See what you want to see. You know what I'm saying? It's like, see the world's largest ball of yarn, because you love yarn, man. Yeah. I saw you knitting when I came in.
Come on, don't tell them. Don't tell them. You know, that's the sweater from my mother for Christmas, man.
Secret's out, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like, see what you want to see. Like, when other people are traveling, if they want to see this, you want to see this. You're like, you only have this amount of time. Like, you don't end up doing what you wanted to really do.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know.
It's very easy to be persuaded to go like do the hot destinations. So then that's I'm glad you're saying this, because even when I'm driving Uber, like last night I had somebody, they're in town from Philly and they're in LA. They're like, well, what should we do? I'm like, listen, I could sit here and give you like the top 10 spots, but
Yeah.
it's not about me.
Yeah.
Go online, go on Yelp, or go on all these like just like Travel LA and look at what is of interest to you, because you could spend an entire month in LA and still barely touch everything. You need to figure out what is your interest, because it's not the same as mine.
Yeah.
I want to be at the brewery. Maybe you don't want to be at the brewery. So it's like, go see the Hollywood sign. You want to see like the stars? Go see the stars. You want to go to the beach? Go to the beach. But yeah, it's very easy to get persuaded to do other things when you're like, everyone's telling you to go do this.
Yeah, and like you're checking off other people's checklists. It's like, no, don't. Why would you do that? It's ridiculous. Does not make sense. Oh, you went to LA. Oh, did you see the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Did you see the Hollywood sign?
Yeah.
Nah, man, I love breweries.
Yeah.
You know, and I went out to San Diego. I was trying to see, Stone Brewery. I love that beer, Stone IPA. It's actually one of my great. Yo, Stone, send me some beers.
Send the man some beers.
But like, you're
living,
like,
you're doing what you want to do.
Want to do, man.
How long will you go out for these mystery flights too?
Depends. Like the shortest one I think was Switzerland. I was there for like 5 days, and then the longest. What was the longest? Either Dubai or Australia. I think I was there for like 10 days. But it's dope, and like it's so funny. Like I'm literally like online. Like I buy the Wi-Fi on the plane, because I'm like, I gotta find out where I'm staying, what am I doing, what do I want to do.
Great way to kill the time on a 10-hour, 15-hour flight. Just do all the research then.
Absolutely. And if you don't get first class, guys, by the way, flight attendant, bring your flight attendants candies, bring them gifts, bring them a little gift card, give them a little something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They might hook it up.
It might be beneficial.
They might hook it up. You got hooked up on some flights?
Sidebar. Just be nice. Be a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Bro?
My roommate got tipped like $20 the other day. I said, they're tipping you now?
So the thing is with the tipping, my first airline was like, don't you ever take a tip. If you take a tip, you are fired, which you probably, in the training, you're like, they probably would fire you, dog. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's like you kindly decline the first one. If they keep insisting, you take it, say thank you, and just keep going on.
Put in your back pocket. See you later.
But I don't even know what we're talking about. It's a dope podcast, bro. Should we dab up one more time?
Should we dab one more time? What's talk to me about the life of the flight attendant series.
Oh man,
the BTS of like the real flight attendant.
Flight attendant life, man. So it's crazy. That's like the most. That's what people know me most for, is my flight attendant stuff, the mystery flights thing as well. Like they love that. It's like a little add-on.
You own it, man. You own I'm a Southwest flight attendant.
I'm a flight attendant,
I love it, dude.
I'm a flight attendant.
Yeah,
it's so funny because I like forget sometimes that I'm even a flight attendant.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm here in LA. Like I haven't worked in like 10 days.
It's so weird. Your guys' lifestyle is just like you're on for some days, then you're gone for like 3 weeks.
And it's crazy because like we can give stuff away, we can pick it up. So this month my schedule is like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
The entire month.
Yeah. So I'm just working Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays.
That's kind of fire.
Which is dope. But at the same time, it's like I have like a lot of my stuff in like giveaway. So like if someone wants to like pick up my flights, like they just do it.
Yeah.
So that happened like last week. So I haven't worked in like 10 days. Because I was going to pick something up and I'm like, nah. And I kind of like, hey, rent out here ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? And I actually, like I was just traveling for the past 7 months. Like, well, actually this summer we had a house here. But
Bel Air boys,
what's so good?
But yeah, that's cool that you have that flexibility, right? Like you can just like toss away, like if you have other opportunities, right? Like say you got a really dope opportunity tomorrow to shoot, and you're supposed to work. Yeah, you can literally like be like, hey, anybody want this flight for $500? I'll pay you to take it.
People do that.
I know,
and like I did that for Christmas last year.
You've worked it or you sold it?
Yeah, I had someone work for me. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like you can get whatever time off you want, you know.
So could you realistically just have like the next 6 weeks off if you did it right?
For sure.
You just don't get paid.
I don't get any money.
You don't get any money, but you have that flexibility. Yeah. See, that's so key, man.
But that's what I'm trying. I'm like balancing kind of like both of it out right now to where like I want to be here. I want to expand my photography, videography game. So like I want to be here and do that and network at the same time. Like got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
But also that's where all my content comes from too. So it's like
that's the main
what
source.
Am I doing, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I haven't posted in a few weeks on YouTube. I'm gonna be honest.
What's holding you back?
Well, I didn't have my vlog. That's excuses. Yeah. I'll make excuses right now.
No.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll be honest.
Maybe this is gonna be the inspo.
And it's been so long now. Where like the next one I put out, it's gonna be Fire Flames. You guys should check it out because I've been working on my videography and like all this stuff. So like the next one, it's gotta like.
Gotta be better.
It's gotta, I gotta up the ante. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you find doing this series like helps you kill time in between? Like, this because you're out for 3 days at a time.
Yeah, and it's fun. Like, granted, some flight attendants are like, this guy,
kick this guy up, throw him off the plane.
Oh, like I literally come on, I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode.
Click.
And they're like,
oh my god.
Especially like some of like the older flight attendants are like, what is this?
What do the pilots think of it?
I mean, I don't know. It depends. Like some of them are actually like into photo and film and stuff, and but like, and it's crazy because like no one wants to be on camera, and that's like probably one of the hardest things. Is like all my friends here, like all my boys and like everyone, they're down to film, they're down to be in videos and stuff. They're all working on, they're all working on their personal stuff. So it's like they want their name, they want their brand out there as well. Yeah. But like when you're working and all these flight attendants and they're like, oh, I didn't do my hair, no, I don't want to do it.
They were thinking.
So it's like it's dope when you get a crew that's like down to film.
Yeah,
and those are like my favorite crews because like they're down to like get a good shot for me or like hold the camera for like 2 seconds. Like,
makes a big difference.
So I don't have to selfie vlog the whole time. And it's like just like way better when you can be surrounded by like a crew that's like down to do that stuff versus one that's not. Cause then it's just like, it's just me the whole time. And like, which is fine. I love me some me, but I gotta, everybody they want to see other flight attendants. They want to see like, the pilots, like what they do, how they pack their food or whatever. Like I don't know, like
it's just so different because you guys are literally jumping on these flights and it's new flight attendants every time. You have a new crew every time.
Yeah, dude, you meet like new people every single day. Like you show up to work and you're like, I have no idea who I'm working with today, but I'm gonna meet them.
Do you like that or love? Do you hate it or love it?
It's hard.
Give or take. Some days it's good, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, I mean, there's crews that like I would be completely fine working with every single day.
Yeah.
But I love it, man. That's like the mystery of my life. I like just like showing up and you're like, who am I gonna meet today? Like I don't know. Like showing up to the Mike Studcon show, like here we are. Let's do it.
Start from the bottom. Now we're here. Have you ran into any issues? Has Southwest ever reached out to you because of this? Has anybody like on the ground said, yo, you can't be filming on the... I mean, you're not doing this while you're up in the air. You're not doing this when there's people on board. You can tell it's either in the hotel rooms or it's after boarding or before boarding. You're very strategic and you're smart about it.
Yeah. So you kind of have to... And there's actually some flight attendants that like... They'll literally be like during the flight and like showing like passengers and stuff. And I'm like, can't be doing that, bruh.
Yeah, you're asking for it.
But it's like at the same time, like do what you want to do. Like I know myself. I know my airline. I know like how to do it. Like before I even started, I hit them up. I was like, yo, I want to start this like YouTube thing. Like, what can I put in? What can I not put in? Can I have the logo? Can I have my wings? Like,
smart man.
Like what do I do? And like they pretty much just said like look at the social media policy. Like have like a disclaimer in your video that like the views are yours, and like so like in the description, like at the bottom I have that, and I'm like, the rest is like don't do it while you're working, and don't film anyone without their permission kind of thing, and then the rest is just just do it, dude.
And it's not like you're making the brand look bad. If anything, you're enhancing Southwest. You're getting people to want to fly more. Southwest, you heard it? He's getting
Southwest more. He's
getting more people to fly the airline.
Yeah, I mean I'm sure a lot of people love Southwest either way, but
you're definitely making it a
Southwest. Hit me up, dog.
Oh my god! At least repost some of his content on your actual Southwest page. You know what I mean? Like that would go a long way.
We're working on some of that, We're working on some stuff.
Ooh. I love in the videos you sometimes you're like, say hello to 10 million people. Like, now I'm curious, where does that come from?
Thing.
Because
That's
part of me is like, is he doing it because is he just trying to be funny because it's hilarious? Say hello to 10 million people. I'm laughing.
Yeah.
But then also too, I think it's good for you because it's almost like you're treating what you do so professionally that 10 million people are going to see this and I need to like make this great. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't know if it was more of just like pure joke or if it was like, I don't care if I have X amount of subs.
It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So it's like at the beginning I'm like sometimes like the main reason when I have someone say hi to 10 million people and introduce themselves. It's probably because I met them 5 minutes ago and I forgot their name. And I'm like, please tell me your name so I can remember your name.
That is great.
You meet a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But the 10 million people is just like, they like stop for a second. They're like, oh, 10 million people, really? Like, yeah, 10 million. I was like, yeah, man, of course I got 10 million people. Would I have this, camera if I didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And then it's just like a funny thing. And it's also kind of manifesting. Maybe at one point in time, there will be 10 million people.
No, they're going to be 10 million. They're going to be 10 million followers.
Yeah.
Molivers,
Malavonians, what we got? I don't know. What we got?
Let's go.
I just made that up.
That's so fire. So it's just party. It's just part of like the brand party.
Yeah,
just, dude. I just your swag,
bro. I don't even know. Like, it's so funny. Like, so I did Vlogmas last year, which is making a video every day, like vlogging every single day and posting it in the month of December. So it was bad. It was tough. Yeah. It was dope. Like, I've never like got so many views and like grown so fast on my channel.
Yeah.
But I barely slept.
Yeah.
So I made it a point to work almost every day. I had like 3 days off in December last year because I'm like, if I'm gonna vlog every day, it'd be cool for them to see a new city every day. Like, that'd be like, cool content. And then like, if I wasn't working for like a couple of weeks and like, they love my flight attendant stuff, like they want to check it out. So it's like, if I'm somewhere new every day, like that'd be, interesting. So it's like, travel vloggers, man, they are literally, I think it's the hardest type of vlogging to possibly do.
Yeah.
Because you're like so beat from traveling.
You're always
and
on
you
the
still
go.
have to edit and you're always on the go. And like sleep is like, gets put like on the back burner.
Yeah.
And your content and editing gets like number one. So you wake up and you're like, I got to vlog. I got to vlog. And then you get to your hotel and you're like, I want to show them the city. I also have to edit this vlog. Not only do I have to do that, I have to finish this vlog filming. I have to get, some sort of thumbnail and title involved. Yeah. And it's like the next day I have to do it all again. And then I'm actually working as a flight attendant too, like full time. So it's like
your mind is just
I'm like
running 1,000 miles an hour.
I had like sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
I was like which was like, I didn't even know what it was. It's like literally like you like fall asleep and like my body was just like, it would just like shut down and I'm like so tired that like in my mind's like, I know I'm awake, but like my body's just like, dude, no, you gotta stop, man. So like I couldn't move my body, but like I knew I was awake, so like I couldn't wake myself up.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
No.
Not doing it this year.
I think too, it ends up getting to a point where you are pushing yourself too far that you're just like half-assing what you're creating.
Yeah.
Like, you're better.
For that too.
People would be better
and
off.
You can see that. You can see it on camera. Like you can tell. It's like when I watch a video, like I know if this dude's like really into what he's doing or if he's like just here to like
just to check it off the box.
Welcome back to Molives.
Yeah.
Like that'd be like you. Like if you come on the podcast, you're like, welcome back to my podcast. Today we have a flight attendant. I hope you guys like flight attendants. Like no, it'd be like, all right, I'm getting out of this freaking podcast. I'd rather listen to some music.
Yeah. It's you gotta like be ready. It's just like that moment. And that's one thing I'm telling you, man, when I started just going through some of your stuff, it's like you could tell like as soon as that camera clicks, you're like, I'm ready. I'm ready for this moment.
You gotta do it. Showtime.
I don't care what anybody thinks. You were running around Dublin with the Irish flag.
Man, yeah.
I was loving that.
I was Conor McGregor for 24 hours.
Dude, incredible.
Gotta do it, You gotta get a Irish flag and you gotta get an Irish boxers.
Was that a mystery flight too?
That was a mystery flight.
Wow.
And I turned like that video into
genius
like,
concept because you were living in Vegas. They were about to fight, and then you like flew from. Oh man, dude. So well thought out.
You just gotta do it, man. It's just like the creative process of being a YouTuber and just content creator. You gotta think of like what's trending, like what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Where am I? All right, I'm in Ireland.
Yeah.
There's a fight coming up. Conor McGregor's from Ireland.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat Conor McGregor for 24 hours in Ireland.
Yeah.
So I got his haircut.
Incredible.
I was eating like him. I got some Guinness and then I literally was running on the cliffs of Moher, literally in my Ireland flag boxers and a flag running like a bozo. But you gotta do it.
People love that stuff.
Love to see it. I actually got on the news in Vegas.
I think I came across that. How did that happen? You just like somebody interview or?
I hit up a bunch of news stations.
Smart man.
And that's the thing. It's like. People see like stuff. I have no shame in hitting up news stations, of course. Like
send it through.
I was voted one of the Rhode Islanders of the year last year.
I saw that video.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that roadie life,
so
baby.
It's like, but like,
they did the story on you. That was
how'd it happen?
You
hit up a bunch of news stations.
Yeah, we got a lead. I think there's a guy that's flying.
Yeah,
around.
I was like, oh yeah, you gotta check this guy out. Me.
Yeah.
But it's like at the same time, like news stories are always looking for, you know, stories. You know, podcasts are always looking for people to interview.
Yep.
So it's like, you know, if I hit up, you know, a podcast, or if a podcast hits me up,
what do you have to lose?
You know what I'm saying? Like, just do it.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Just do it. Shout out to Nike.
Yeah. No free brand deals. Nike, you owe us money.
We've been putting on a lot of
We'll
brands.
send you an invoice.
Yeah, we've been sending out a lot of brands in this podcast.
No free plugs.
How did you lock in the commercial with Southwest?
Oh,
that's
man.
huge.
Yeah, dude.
Like that fired me up. When I saw that you were now
my...
on the commercial for them, I was like, this is done deal. He's the official Southwest flight attendant of the world.
And that's funny. That was the last video I put up. It was like behind the scenes of the commercial, and I'm just like, but I actually filmed that back in like April,
right?
Yeah. So I actually
you probably were sitting on that, just like
I
can't wait to upload this.
And I'm like, oh, I got some other projects like I'm sitting on too that, you know, with Southwest.
Yeah.
Maybe involving some new destinations we're hitting soon. Ooh. But I can't talk about it until it happens. But that was like April to December now, so it's like I couldn't tell anybody, couldn't do anything, and then like it finally aired, and I like posted the video, and I'm like.
You feel good.
It was so sick, man. But that interview process are like, it's an audition. So like you go in, you have to be with the airline for 2 years, and then once you actually go to, you know, they have like audition, like they put it up
a regular
on all the
acting
bases.
gig, right?
Yeah. So they have they bring you in a room. It's you and like 4 other actors, which are all employees, and then there's a panel of like 7 people, some that work for the brand team, marketing team, and like actual
just talent seekers.
Yeah, they have like a production company, so there's like, you know, some of them were there, and yeah, it's like a real deal. They have you like not act out, but like kind of role play like on your job and kind of see how you're gonna be like on camera, I guess.
Yeah, you were so ready for that.
And so like I've been vlogging and stuff, so I was kind of chilling, you know. And then so they had us like do that, and then didn't hear for like 9 months, maybe even a year. Then I get an email, and it's like, do you want to do this opportunity? It's in LA, it's a shoot. And I'm like, yeah, obviously I want to do that. So you show up and you get the time off, and then you just go, and then it's paid. Like they give you like money for like per diem for your time, and then you get paid. You don't get paid from the airline, you get paid from the production company. So I think how it works is like, you just Southwest has a budget.
They give them the production company, and then they source all the work. Yep.
Yeah, and so it's kind of how it works. But yeah,
so
I haven't seen it on TV actually. Like I've seen like the commercial.
But you haven't like seen it yourself.
I haven't like seen it. I also don't like really watch TV like that. Yeah. But
too busy traveling around.
Yeah, you know, I travel a lot.
Yeah, new state every day. I'm outside different countries. But that's so dope. So like they literally, was it just like a job board almost, where it was like, hey, we're looking for people for this?
Yeah, they have like auditions like on our we have like an employee like website kind of thing, and then also in the bases, like in the lounge, they'll be like, oh, like auditions next week, you know.
Wow.
But like, yeah, you have to like do all the work. You got to like fly out there, get the time off, and like, you know. It's like
so the moment from when it aired to when you first applied, that was well over a year and some change.
Oh yeah, dude, that was like, yeah, it was probably year and a half, couple years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the thing that blows my mind with
crazy,
anything,
man.
video, film.
Yeah.
Like it really.
And when it's like crazy official like that too, because I mean, we can make a movie right now. Like we can make a documentary film today.
Yeah.
And like post it tomorrow. Tonight.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
I know.
It's so crazy. Like it's just a long process.
Yeah.
You know, when it's like official and all that stuff.
That's just so it's so dope because it's like you're already making content about being like the airline guy.
Yeah.
And so I would imagine people that are already following you for the content, like they get so much more fired up to see like you get that opportunity because they knows that it's not just like you being in a commercial.
Yeah,
it's like,
dude.
This is the flight attendant. Like
real
Southwest,
deal.
you need to look more into who this guy is, you know? There was about a month ago I got a chance to be part of some Uber content, and it was
sick, dude.
Not directly. Once again, similar situation. Wasn't directly from Uber.
Yeah.
They outsourced to a third party.
Yeah.
Then they contracted the work.
Yeah.
And so essentially, a homie of mine calls an Uber from a helicopter, skydives to the Uber, gets in the Uber, and then gets out of the car in Venice. I'll show you after. Remind me after this podcast.
This is amazing. Who is this?
His name's Jacob.
Okay,
Jacob
yeah,
Regular, at Jacob on IG.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, Jeremiah Davis, he hit me up on an Instagram live. He's like, yo, we're shooting some Uber content. Like, any chance you're down? I said, bro, I'm down. You need me. Top 2% Uber driver in the world. I need to be there, bro. So I pulled up with the Uber.
Let's get
and it was nuts, but it was so cool to be
bro, that
part of
sounds
something
like
bigger.
some stuff I would do.
Yeah, dude. Now
to Uber and stuff,
we're gonna have to
like,
do some Southwest Uber content.
Up,
you take the plane from A to B, then the Uber picks you up. There could be a collab right there. There could be some fire collab.
Let's get it.
What's like I know we were talking about before the podcast, like you got your homies out here, you guys, are kind of building on some media stuff where you guys might throw events, you might throw it sounds like more of like a creative house, which is what I'm living in now, right?
Yep.
For you though, personally, like what do you see, and I'm not a big believer, like we don't have to have it all figured out. Like I don't know where I'm going to be in 5 years.
Yeah.
What do you see as the big picture? Like, do you want to eventually become more of like a full-time creative?
Yeah.
Do you see yourself leaving Southwest at some point?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you kind of see yourself going in the next couple of years?
Yeah, which is a crazy question to like even think about.
Yeah.
Because I'm so like doing of like the unknown and like not planning anything. So like I'm terrible with that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I'll be at Southwest for life. I'm not going anywhere. Like even if, my photography, videography puts me in a position to where I can, make enough to not actually have to be a flight attendant, I'll still keep my, job and my benefits. I mean, freelance photography doesn't really have health benefits, so I'm like, I got to keep my health benefits and stuff like that, especially with my condition. But at the same time, it's like, I would like to be in a position one day where I can do that. So I'll still be an employee.
Yeah.
I'll, maybe work like
flight or 2,
6 days out of the month, maybe just like a few days out of the month.
Yeah.
But the rest is like creating content, photography, videography, like full time, especially like here, which is kind of what we're doing now. Like, I was telling you before, like my buddies have a media company.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing all the photography, videography for like that. And so we're hosting influencer events at our house, like sponsored events.
Yeah.
So literally like sponsors will give us money to have a little like booth or an area at our party because of the clientele that comes to our parties, which is literally like, it's so crazy. We just threw house parties this summer. Like,
and it just built up, but it built up into something.
Influencers started coming, and we're like, start a media company. Let's do this. And so, so it's like me and like 3 other buddies, and I'm like the video photo guy. Yeah. So like we also just launched a gaming brand, Lit Monkey. Shout out Lit Monkey.
Love it.
Check it out. So literally, it's just like, it's so dope because like, not only am I doing this like with like my homies, like my actual homies, I'm learning like photography and videography while I'm helping build something. And I'm also meeting all these amazing people who are way better than me at like all of this. And I can learn from them too. And it's like, I got it. I can do anything, man.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
Yeah.
And that's what I just love. So like, I don't know. And like in the next 2 years, just like, keep growing my personal stuff for sure. See where the company goes. Keep going with that. Like, we're gonna get a house. We had a house this summer in Bel Air, which was just wild and like amazing. But we're getting another house like next month. And
what part of LA do you think?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
it'll
be
out there, man. It'll be somewhere bougie, which is so crazy. It's like and it's the thing. When I was living in the Bel Air house, like you have like a lot of things, like material, like awesome house, like awesome, like this, like cool people coming to the house, like cars, flashy, like all that stuff. And it's like, yo, that doesn't make you happy. Like that's not the stuff. Like for real. Like I think it was Jim Carrey that said like, I wish you could have it. I wish everybody in the world had like what they asked for, because they'd realize that's not like it's like. That's not like what's satisfying and like dope. I just like to like travel, create dope content with my friends, have a good time, be a nice guy, make sure my family's healthy, spend some time with my family, my niece, I just had a niece that was born, shout out Cora. And it's like just those are like the moments, like I mean, big house in the hills, dope, sick, awesome. Just a house.
Yeah.
it's just a thing, you know? It's
Yeah.
like, I've never been like too like, I don't know. Even if, well, I also don't have like money to buy flashy things, but if I did, I would not be that guy.
Well, I think when you think about it on a small scale, even going back to maybe when I think when we're kind of kids growing up, we cherish things a lot more. But on a small scale, it's like you want those pair of shoes, right? Those pair of shoes you kill for them. The Nikes or the Jordans, you're just like, I need to have them. I need to have them.
Yeah.
You save up for a month. You convince your parents to finally let you spend the money that you had worked for, and you get them. And it's like 2 weeks later, it's just kind of like, okay, on to the next. So it's like on a small scale, if that's what happens, it's probably going to be the same thing on a bigger scale. But I think what's key is like if you're making money doing the things you love, it's just a bonus.
Huge, man.
The material things are just little cherries on top because you're already doing what you love.
Exactly. And that's what I would like say to like anyone out there who's like has like a passion or something, but they're like it costs money to, you know, do X, Y, or Z. Like, you know, I really love yarn, man. You know,
back to the yarn.
But, man, it's so expensive, all this yarn, man. Well, try and find something that you can do that will like pay you to like learn how to like yarn. Like, I don't know, sweep the floors at your favorite yarn factory or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Find a way to break into it.
Yeah. Like, if you can get paid to learn like what you love to do, which is literally what I'm doing right now, videography and photography, like
it's priceless.
That's it.
I know.
That's it, bro.
I know.
I'm doing it.
I know.
It's sick.
You're in the midst of it right now. You're in the process of it.
And it's crazy because I have this world.
Yeah.
And then it's like I get on the airplane and it's like a whole different thing, man. Like, all right, you know, photographer, videographer, you know, doing, you know, photo shoots, these red carpet events, dope. And then it's like, then literally I'm passing out pretzels on airplanes and I'm just like, what is my life, man? This is so nuts. But it's dope, man. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah. And you're moving around, so it's always refreshing. You're not in the same spot. That's why I like Uber. I'm always moving around. I'm seeing what's going on. Obviously, you're flying above the sky. You're going to different cities. You're meeting new crew members. So it's like, it's always refreshing. You're always like on your toes and you're not getting into kind of when I think back to college or you could think back to high school of like, just the same repetitiveness of like, you know what you definitely remember what Monday morning felt like to that Friday afternoon when you're getting out of class.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's unfortunate that that's what happens to people's careers and lives, that they get into that system. And I'm not saying that's the wrong way to live your life. Like, there are plenty of people that probably wake up and have a Monday through Friday grind and they love it, but there are probably too many. Which is
fine, though. People think it's not fine. Like, if that's what you love, man, do it. Do it. And I have like some of my best friends, like I said, like my friends back home, like they don't love photography, they don't love videography. Like if I'm back in Rhode Island, and which I'm going back for Christmas.
Me too.
And I'm gonna be like,
you flying out of Burbank?
No, but
come on. Could have been chilling on Southwest.
No, but at the same, I don't know where I'm flying out of, bro.
Stand by.
Can't plan that far in ahead.
I didn't mean to jump on you, man. I didn't mean to jump on that.
I'll take the daps though.
Yeah.
But no, literally, like my boys, like they're not gonna wake up with the sunrise to catch this dope cinematic shot of like, I don't know, just like running on the rocks at the sunrise in Rhode Island, which is like, it's what I do. Like, but it'd be dope if like I had someone there to like help me film it. You know what I'm saying? But like, what are we talking about?
Flying. And passion of, passion, waking up Monday through Friday, like just finding
but that's fine. So like my friends, you know, one of my best friends, he's an accountant. He just bought a house with his girlfriend. Shout out Hans Daddy. This is hilarious. But like, you know, he loves where he's at. He loves his girlfriend. He loves his house. He loves his job. He's home with the fam. You know, he's roadie, born and bred. He's still there, but he's loving it. Do it, man. Own it. Love it. I love it because I know he loves it. If you don't, though, if you do not, leave. Change it. Switch it. Question why you're in your school. Question why you're in your job. Do you like love it? Do you actually love it? And if the answer is like, not really, check. Squeaky chair.
A little squeaky. My bad.
You know, like find out what you love and just do that. Like, man, I wish I was in video production classes in like high school and stuff. Like,
amen, me too.
But you know, because like now there's a lot of kids. Like I'm friends with like these kids who are like 16, 17, way better at cameras than me. Like I just picked up, you know, I just got my Sony A7 III.
That's a good camera.
Oh yeah, it's my baby. It's my baby. I don't know how to use it yet, but it's my baby. So literally, it's like if I had that when I was 16, or even like something, when I was younger, it's like, man, if I had like 10 years of like already like experience, like I don't even know where I'd be now. At least you caught it. But it's like I caught it now, and it's like, and that's the thing too. It's like I'm not like mad. Like I don't compare myself to like that person. I compare myself to myself. It's like, because people who started later, there's like pilots who like started being pilots at like 33 and now they're like 40. So they've been doing it for like 7 years. But there's pilots who started when, flying since they were like 16, 17. They, they got their private pilot's license when they, graduated high school or something. And it's like, you guys are still both pilots. Like, it doesn't matter. You're on your own time. It's like, you got your own path in life. Like all this, like, oh man, like, I could literally, like, you can do this podcast in like another 6 months and be like, yeah, I'm actually a stunt double now. Don't know how I wound up in that shit, but here I am. So like, I don't know. I wish, you
never know.
I'd be down. I'd be down,
your mom's gonna be like,
bro, I want
come on home.
I really want to base jump. I want to do wingsuiting and stuff. So I have like 32 skydives right now.
Wow.
So they want you to do like, I don't know, at least like 50, I think, before you start like even like trying to do like base jumping, which isn't even like a thing. It's not like really legal. There's not really any laws on base jumping. It's like the laws that like you break with base jumping are like trespassing, because like you can't really like, or like, what is it, like self-endangerment or something.
Interesting.
I would love to just like
jump off a cliff,
jump off a building.
You're savage.
Jump off a bridge. And that's actually, do you know what base stands for?
No.
Base, like base jumping. So like you have to jump off these 4 things. Base, it's an acronym. It stands for building, antenna, span, so like a bridge, and then earth, so like a cliff. So like for you to be a base jumper, you have to have like jumped off of like those 4 things.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
You're savage. That's what you want to do, though.
Oh, so bad, bad. But it's like you got to start skydiving, and it's like
that's a starting point. Yeah.
So it's like, once
I
want to do
something.
Balloon? No, dude. I
got somebody I'm gonna connect you with,
bro.
I got you somebody that you definitely.
Bless, bro.
He jumps out of hot air balloons, helicopters.
Dude, I don't have friends with hot air balloons.
And he makes content.
My friends are accountants, and they buy houses with their girlfriend in Rhode Island.
He needs people to jump with him and film. So I might have you a best friend. I might have you a best friend.
What are you doing tomorrow?
What are you doing
for real, bro?
You're a savage.
Yo, meet us at the bottom with the Uber.
100%. That's what I'm there for, bro. That's what I'm there for, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm there to pick you up.
It's good, bro.
What for you's been, first off, before I get into kind of some of the random questions, shout out to you. I just saw about a year ago you did a collab with Yes Theory. Big fan of all those guys.
Homies, man.
Big fan of
dope dudes.
Their message, and just literally everything we're kind of talking about is the Yes Theory of like seeking that discomfort. So I just want to give them a shout out because I saw you had collabed with them.
Amazing. It's so funny to like.
Those are moments, man. Those are moments.
They're crushing it right now, for
unbelievable.
sure. And it's like it's so dope to see like how far they've come, and like because they've been making dope content for like, if you guys haven't seen Yes Theory, they make videos, challenging people to get out of their comfort zone, and they literally make the greatest content on YouTube, and they've been doing that for years. They just recently got discovered. I want to say like they started blowing up in like January of this year.
Yeah,
they haven't done anything different. Just sticking to it. Consistency,
We were just talking about that earlier. You stay consistent with what you
key.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Consistency is key, man.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone that met them like before they blew up, like they knew they were making dope content. It's just like a matter of time.
Yeah.
And now they're absolutely crushing it. But we did film a dope.
Was it a mystery? No, it wasn't a mystery.
No, dude, no.
You guys flew to Texas, I think it was.
Yeah. To make another video, which was unreal, with some of their friends, the Round 3 guys. Shout out to them. They're dope dudes out there in Waco, Texas. We went to a BSR cable park, and it was just a wild adventure. But yeah, we did the standby. So I gave these guys buddy passes and like brought them through like the stressfulness of like, are we getting on this flight? Are we not gonna get on? And like the behind the scenes of like how like what actually happens of like standby, how you can get like just like because I flew them for free, like free flights. So that was a dope episode, and like they explained it so well. They're so good at what they do. But yeah, shouts
to Yes Theory. Yeah, that's incredible. You guys,
and they're dope dudes, like too, like off camera.
Off camera, 100%. They definitely mean what they preach, which is cool to see. What's been the best piece of advice you've ever received, and who was it from?
Oh man, I don't know. I would probably say like My dad would say, anything you do in life, do it 100%. Like, whatever it is, man. Like, and that's why, like, I love my parents so much, because they don't really, you know, they just want you to do, like, whatever you want to do, you know? But my dad's like, if you're going to do something, like, 100%. Like, you don't do anything, like, not 100%. You're working at Mickey D's, bro. You're going to have, like, the best, you know, Salt Bay on the fries,
what's
man.
What's up, baby? What's
I
up?
actually worked at Mickey D's in my first job, I'm not going to lie.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it.
Shout out. No,
don't plug them up. Don't plug them up.
Anyways,
go 100%.
Yeah, dude, do it 100%, because, like, anything you do in life, it's like, why would you do it, you know, if you're not 100% on it? It's like, I don't know. Yeah,
I agree though.
You have to do it, man.
Yeah, and I think that actually goes back to kind of where this conversation all started with. We were talking about of going 100% when it was like you wanted to be a flight attendant in the school. You went 100% there. Then you wanted to be a skydiver. You went 100% there.
I just do it.
You just go 100%.
I just do it, and I'm like, and like every time like I like achieve, like, you know, I unlock and you know, level up, you know, every time you level up, it's like it's just like dope, and it's like, since I've done it so much, it's like I know I can do anything. And like, you know, like, do I want to be an astronaut? Yo, all right, like, I'm out. Yo, put the cameras down, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, boom. Space models.
I could see you hopping in SpaceX with Elon Musk. You two flying up there.
What about Richard Branson? Yo, Virgin Galactic, hit me up if you need flight attendants.
Oh, you savage. He's like, ding.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, Justin Bieber, Ashton Kutcher, didn't they already put their deposit down on, like, the first space ride? I think they did. Yeah, it's like
savages.
10K, 100. I think it was 100K.
It's probably 100K.
Yeah.
10K. I feel like they gotta go.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
A little bit higher.
Yeah. Chump change.
Yeah. You guys take cash or check? Whatever. I can swipe credit card too. Venmo? I'll do Venmo too.
Yeah, you take airline miles. What's up? You take rapper rewards.
Shout out to Southwest rapper rewards. What scares you the most?
Spiders.
Instantly,
bro.
Not a big fan of spiders.
Not at all, bro.
Yeah.
You know anyone who's like, yeah, so, you know, it's just me and my. Oh yeah, it's this.
All
set. It's on my shoulder. Yeah, it's
all
my
set with that,
this
man.
Is Steve, you know.
Yeah, I'm not cool with spiders either.
Yeah, that and like just doing something I hate, like, you know what I'm saying, like just going through the motions and not doing what I love. Yeah. Because like someone told me to do something, or because I mean, there's a lot of that back in the East Coast. I'm sure you know too.
100%.
Like everyone's just like, you know, they go to school, meet someone they went to school with, because like, but like, that's all you know, man. How you know you're not gonna meet someone in Buenos Aires that's the love of your life, that's way better for you, and like supports you on what you do way more than there's someone in this 2-mile radius.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, like, my best friend, his name's Mike. He went to preschool, middle school, elementary school, high school, college within a 2-mile radius of where he lived, and he literally just got an apartment in that same 2-mile radius. He's still dating the same girl, which is dope. Hey, Kelly, I love you. You know what I'm saying? You and Mike are great. You know, I hope you guys get married one day. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, there's so much out there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you know that this is like, you know, come on. There's a lot out there. You got experience left. I experienced a few airlines. I found my favorite one. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to a lot of different cities. You know what I'm saying? I've lived in a lot of different cities. How do you know where you want to live if you haven't seen them all?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you know you like, this is your favorite, like, pair of shoes? Was it the first pair of shoes you came across? No, you checked out all the other shoes, and then you're like, I like these.
Yeah.
You don't just check out one pair of shoes.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. You gotta try a lot of things. I mean, at the end of the day, though, like we've touched on too, it's just like.
But if you love those shoes, wear those shoes.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I'm not gonna.
Like it's two things. You can't knock it if it's genuine, if it's true.
Yep.
Do you, dog?
Yeah.
You know.
No,
got it.
I completely agree with you. What do you think Molives' purpose is?
Oh man, Molives' purpose. Getting deep, eh? I want people to you know, question what they're doing, you know, if they love what they're actually doing. Like, I think I'm just here to, like, I mean, people don't know why we're here, man. Like, people might act like they know what we're doing here. I don't know how I got on this freaking earth, bro. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, I'm just a little speck, and like, just everybody else. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
But what I've learned in this life is that, you know, like, stuff happens, and it's how you react to it. You know, I was born with cystic fibrosis, so it's like, you know, I'm going to play the hand I'm dealt and, like, try to inspire some other people to be like, hey man, you know, like, everyone's got something. I got this, you might got that, but like, you know, you just got to play the hand you're dealt, and at the same time, it's like, have fun with it. You know, don't take yourself too seriously. Find out what you love and like go for it. And so I don't know, man. That's like kind of my vibe. You know, kind of like my little aura mantra.
Yeah.
So
and it's very obvious through.
I'm here to have a good time.
Yeah. No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know,
bro. If I get hit by a car tomorrow, life was dope, man. Like, deuces. Like, I had a good time, man. Guys, it's been real. It's been official. Molives official. Peace.
Nah, yeah. I think that energy is so important, man. Yeah, like that mindset and that like perspective is super important.
How are you gonna walk around just like, you know, oh my goodness, this could happen. This could happen. Like, ooh, riding a motorcycle is dangerous. You know.
Yeah.
Skydiving is dangerous. Like, I guess if you don't know what you're doing, it is. Like. Right. But, like, you think I'm, like, out here with no training and just, like, well, I'm going to jump out of this airplane and hopefully, you know, I land. Like, no, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Like, I know how to, you know, skydive. It's, you know, you learn what to do and then you do it. It's like, yeah, I'm getting my motorcycle. Well, I have my motorcycle license. I don't have a bike yet, though. So, it's, you know, chicken or the egg, what happened first. But anyways, you know, I'll get one at some point. But, you know, you got to get your license. So it's like, is it dangerous? Yeah. Am I not going to do it? No, it's dope as hell, and I love doing it. I get a rush from it. Like, I love it. Yeah. So I like doing crazy things. It makes me feel more alive. If you love knitting, you better
back to the knitting.
Your damn heart out, dog. If it gets you going.
I'm about to knit you some wings, all right?
Bro, you got to knit me something out. You know what I'm saying? You've been knitting this whole time.
Nah, I love that. I love that. It's definitely true. Before I get into the closing questions, this is when I reverse the role. I allow my guests to ask me any one question. It could be about something we talked about today, something you want to know about me. Two rules. One, can't directly be about the podcast.
Yeah.
Two, it can't be a question that I asked you today already.
Gotcha.
Any one question.
Gotcha. When was the last time you shaved your beard,
bro? It's gotta be the beard.
Wait, how many of these people ask you about your beard? Like 75%.
No. Only like maybe like 8 or 10.
It's a two-part.
Out of over 100.
It's a two-part question.
Two-part question.
But yeah, and then the second part, you know, 1.2 is your favorite road trip snack. I love that one. Okay, going to the gas station.
That's a good one. What was the first one? What exactly about the beard? What was it? Last time I shaved?
Yeah, it was last time you like cold turkey.
6-7 years ago. Easy, bro.
Yeah.
Easy. Like, I go to a barber usually every like 2 to 3 weeks. I get a cut, low fade. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Gotta be looking good. Yeah.
Probably listening. He looks like a freaking snack.
I know. Looking like a snack. And he'll line it up, but I haven't been clean shaven in well over like 5-6 years, bro.
Yeah.
Favorite road trip snack?
Bro, it's a big one.
That's a great question.
You pull into the gas station, you got to fill up, and you're like, oh, man.
Dude, and you're definitely professional at it, too, because you're always traveling.
Yeah, man, always. Oh, you gotta have snacks on deck, bro.
You know what's been always one of my favorite is it the Ritz crackers with the cheese in the middle? I feel like those have always been slept on.
Oh, okay, yeah. The Ritz cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
Made with real cheese.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Made with real cheese. I think that might be one of my favorites. Or if I'm in the sugar, if I'm looking for some candy.
Yeah.
Honestly, some chocolate covered peanut M&Ms.
Oh, yeah.
Those are fire,
chocolate covered
yellow
bag.
M&Ms. I see those a mile away. I'm like, gold.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna add one more. Because now I'm like regretting the first choice.
This guy starts naming every candy that ever exists.
This is the best bag of chips that you could ever get at a gas station.
Man.
I used to knock this before. I'm hyping it up.
All right,
I'm going to set it up. Before I would
good.
get off the bus, I go to my local convenience store. I would buy this bag of chips, and I would knock back this bag before I even got home, which was less than a quarter mile away. And damn well, it was terrible for me, and I should not have done it. But the honey, I think it was honey barbecue twisted Fritos.
Oh, man, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Bro. Oh, my God.
Bro.
We're shutting this
3D Doritos, though. R.I.P. R.I.P. 3D Doritos.
The purple bag one?
No, the tube, bro. The tube.
Nah.
They were 3D.
Get it out of here.
3-dimensional.
Get it out of here. Those are good. Subpar.
Nah,
if you're going Dorito life, you're going the purple bag. The spicy, the Nacho at the I don't know the name.
Spicy nacho?
I don't think it was.
No.
What?
Oh, you're talking
The
about like
purple bag.
some sweet chili.
Yeah,
type.
sweet. Yo, you really know your snacks, bro.
Yeah, well, I am a snack dog. I know my snacks. They just had to move me to the freezer section because I was melting all the other snacks. So they had to preserve me.
You were too hot.
Yeah.
I got you. Too much energy. He was melting all the snacks. Dude, I'm going back to to summarize that answer. I'm going with the Fritos purple bag, and then I'm getting some M&Ms on the way out, peanut M&Ms.
Okay, all right.
That's a great question.
Yeah,
that was a great question,
bro.
And I would not. I would of course
man.
expect that from a flight attendant because y'all really got it. You finessed.
Of course, bro. You got it.
R.I.P. to the Southwest Peanuts, though.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
Yeah, you had to do it to him. Had to do it to him. 2019 is coming up.
Cut it. Closing questions.
For sure, man.
I could literally spend 5 hours on a podcast with you.
I feel like
time has flown.
It's only been 10 minutes,
bro. It's almost been it's gonna be 2 hours on this pod.
No way. Oh God, man.
Dude, time flies when you're having fun. Where can people find you on social media if they have no idea who you are?
At Molives TV.
Okay. Boom. Everywhere.
At
Instagram.
Molives. Olives with an M. Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, just at Molives.
Okay.
But if you type in Molives, like
you're coming up.
I'm coming up.
We're gonna have you tagged up everywhere, plugged up.
Hey.
Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening or watching, you go to his Instagram, drop a bunch of bearded man emojis. That's how he's gonna know he came from the Bearded Man podcast.
Yes,
a bunch of bearded emojis.
That's your thing?
That's my thing.
Yes,
Drop a couple bearded man
it.
emojis and
That's
throw in
so
a couple
sick.
sentences about what you enjoyed about the podcast. Let them know.
Dope.
Before I ask the final question. Man, this has been incredible. This is why I love what I do.
It, bro.
I love connecting with people like you.
Bro, podcasts are sick, man.
Incredible.
I love podcasts.
This is all we do, bro. We just sit here and talk.
This is it, bro. This is everything. I love podcasts.
It's great. I love your story. I admire your perspective on life, even having a disease like cystic fibrosis. I had somebody that I grew up with that has it and is still battling it.
Yeah.
And I saw firsthand in high school how much it battled for him, having to do these lung tests all the time and like these machines and hooked up all the time. It was crazy. I really admire your perspective on life, your energy. You're just authentically you, and I fucking love that, man. I love that.
Thank you, bro.
I love that you come from the East Coast. I love that you're just like running shit in the sky. You are like the Southwest guy, man. I really really genuinely mean this. I have nothing but respect for you.
Can
man.
I bring you around every way? Just be my hype man. Just hype me up,
bro. Me and you in a room would be game over. Like we'll tackle LA.
All the passengers get on the flight, and then like I'm not on the plane yet, but like you come on and introduce me, and then I'm
ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and
gentlemen, please stand up. We have Molives coming into the flight.
Hey, how you doing?
Incredible.
Hey, how you
Incredible.
doing? Hey, you want some
But
peanut
seriously,
espresso?
incredible, man.
Yeah,
incredible
man. Much
story.
love, bro. I mean, you're literally here from the East Coast too. Wait, did we get that on the podcast?
I don't know if I think we talked. We got it maybe in the BTS.
We got on the BTS. Oh, well, they'll have to check out the BTS of that then.
East Coast life, man.
East Coast life. Guys, like there's a thing like there's like this genuine understanding that once you get to meet someone that also did the move from the East Coast to LA, it is just like a mutual understanding of like, yo, like I understand how life was on the East Coast, but like we know it's way better out here, and like we found out what we love, and like we're just pursuing it. We made the leap that not a lot of people do from the East Coast and from small towns. So like we just have that in like that understanding. Like it's an unspoken thing. Like before like you even like say anything about your story or what you do, like that you just know about the person. Like, yo, I'm from Boston, and you see what like they're doing out here, and then you're like
it's respect.
It's nothing but respect.
That's like number 15 DAP in the podcast.
Yeah. Y'all count that up, and
no, it's true though. It really is. It's just like a mutual understanding of like this person has taken the lead. They've had to make a sacrifice.
I get
moving.
it. Like,
you get it.
You're like me too, bro.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah,
but it's more of like a head nod. Like
a little beard nod too.
Yeah,
beard gang too. We got a lot of good similarities. Last question for you.
Yeah.
If somebody's listening, and you touched on this earlier, but to bring it back, somebody's listening, hasn't found the passion, hasn't found the purpose just yet. What's the best 2 to 3 pieces of advice you'd give them?
I would say definitely whatever makes you smile, personally. So like I definitely like I love to make videos. I love to travel. I love to do like all these things. But like when you like don't know, I was in college. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like I know I love to travel.
Yeah.
And I actually, what's funny? I bought a like an actual like camcorder, and I like did it like around college, and I guess maybe it was like foreshadowing or something. I bought it for like $300, and like I was filming like like classes and, you know, behind the scenes, like what it's like to like live with your friends kind of thing. And then I had to return it the next week because I didn't have any money. And I'm like, I can't afford this $300 camera. I got to bring it back. So I returned it. And then like I was able to eat food that week. But whatever makes you smile, like, you know, you like movies. Like, what do you like? Like, you know what you like.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, like, you know, like I love sports. All right, well, do you like talking about sports? Maybe like start your own like little sports podcast or something. Do you want to, you know, do you think you could, maybe you're more of a writer, like maybe just start like your own blog or something if you like love sports but you don't really like your voice or being on camera. Like apply to, you know, these sports things, Barstool or something, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of things you can do. You can start your own personal thing, your own personal brand. Like there's a lot of things you can do around what you love. So to find that, just find out what makes you smiling. Like do a bunch of things. Like I skydive, I scuba dive. I got my scuba diving certification like a few years ago, just because like I was like, oh, that looks sick. Like that looks so dope. Like I love these videos. Like I would love to like breathe underwater. That sounds dope. So I went on Google and I typed in scuba diving in Las Vegas, and I found a company that did training, and so I did it. Like it's not hard. The information's out there. Yeah. It's right there. It's on your phone. It's in your freaking pocket. You're watching it or listening to it right now. You know, at the end of this, you know, hit a like, drop a comment, and then go back to Google, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Go over to Molives TV, like all my pictures, slide into my DMs, and then once you're done all that fun stuff, go to Google and be like, yo, I love this. I want to know more about it. The information is there. Like everything. Like I've learned everything about photography, everything about videography, everything about editing, like on YouTube. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some of these people on these freaking wall right here, everyone that's been here, I watch other stuff, man. It's like, it's out there. Check it out and then learn, you know?
That's it.
It's dope, bro.
Molives.
My guy.
The final dap. Woo! The final dap. It's been a pleasure, my man.
That was a good one,
Absolute pleasure.
Hell yeah.
We'll catch you guys next time.
Woo!
See ya.